Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Tarot for Kindness. This is our tarot reading fundraiser for Ukraine, for Ukrainian seniors, humanitarian aid for Ukrainians. Oh my gosh. In case because there's not in the regular news in the States, the war is still raging in Ukraine and it's awful and horrible, and people are, there's some little progress that's being made, but it's just like inching. So they really need our help. These are seniors in Ukraine in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, many of whom are disabled, cannot get out to work, have tiny pensions, sometimes have to decide between food and shelter, or between food and medicine, or food and heat. And your donations are making all the difference. Our friends at Subotin Harbor, Yulia Subotin and her crew, are purchasing 2 weeks worth of groceries for these seniors and delivering it to them once a month so they can extend what little they have. This is beautiful, good, healthy food that they bring them. And $40 buys 2 weeks worth of groceries in Ukraine. So you are making a huge difference with your donations in these people's lives. There was one, I have to tell the story because it's just too sad. So this one, we think about like seniors here being victims of scams and crimes. It happens in Ukraine too. So some despicable people came to this elderly woman who is disabled, and um, uh, said there were two women, one of whom was talking to her and telling her, "Oh yeah, we're gonna, bring you some food," and blah 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 blah. And then the other one went into her kitchen, found her little bit of money that was stashed with her pills, stole the money, and the two took off. And of course, she never saw or heard from them again. She had no money for food, nothing in her house. And Yulia and her team delivered the groceries to her. And the woman said, "I was praying that a miracle would happen, and this is the miracle. And you guys are part of the miracle, because you guys making donations for these tarot readings is being the miracle in these people's lives." So if you want to read more about it, you can go over to Yulia Subotin and look at her feed. She's got the story that's up right now, the one I just told you, and many other seniors. And if you look, if you add her on Facebook and you make a donation, she'll give you a shout out when you make your donation. And also, you can see the seniors that you help. We send this money directly over as soon as we're done with our session here today. It's going to be morning soon in Ukraine. They'll go buy those groceries and deliver them today, and you can see exactly who you helped. So please follow Yulia over on Facebook, and you can see these seniors that you help. So today we are doing tarot readings, and we have the fabulous Miss Kelly as our co-host. Oh my gosh, the wonderful Miss Kelly. She's our resident astrologer and also the candle maker at the Parlor of Wonders. And she is here to do a little astrological information about your situation. So she can tell you like if we have your birthday, she can tell you a little bit about what can help you in the situation that you're facing. If you're talking about you and another person and you know their birthday as well as your birthday, she can talk about compatibility. So we can add a little, what else do you do with the, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, for this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a full reading, Miss Kelly does a full birth chart for you and can give you a wonderful reading. You can get that at the Parlor of Wonders. Just go ahead and find her over there. You can get your astrological reading. None of this is AI. It's all real people. We are real people. We are not AI people. I mean, I have been seeing the craziest things lately with AI. Like, what did I see? Just crazy things like you can get AI astrology, and I'm like, AI tarot reading. It is missing a huge component, which is intuition. AI cannot do intuition yet. As of yet, it can't do intuition.
Exactly.
So there's a whole subtle, I don't know. Would you want an AI doctor diagnosing you? No. I want a real doctor, right?
Right.
I don't want a fakey AI astrologer telling me my chart. That's like fake.
In a way, that's been around forever. There's astrology chart programs, and they're all sort of a little box format,
Yeah, but it just gives the same thing
It
for
does the same
everybody,
info over and
right?
over. Yeah.
Everybody that's got, Sun and Leo is going to get the same little bit of
Yeah.
information. When you have an astrologer do it, your astrologer can actually look at the relationships of the planets to one another and intuit things that can help you in much deeper and more meaningful ways. I've had those like astrology things where they come in and they, it's a robot, whatever, it's just the
I have
filling
to, for sure.
check the boxes, right? And they're all right. But when I have had a real astrologers do readings, I'm like blown away. I've never been blown away by a computer doing a tarot reading
That's right. You clicked a little button and it gives you a
tarot readings of to me, it's like they're fun. It's not to say I don't think they're bad but that you're asking a question, like a real question, you're not just doing it for entertainment. And you're asking a robot to give you, that robot does not have any intuition. That robot is not hooking up to the spirits. That robot is not talking to your spirit guides. That robot is just spitting out what it's been programmed with. And in the case of AI, all it's doing is grabbing things off the internet and wishing them up and spitting them out at you in a sort of coherent format. And I mean, like, oh my God, really? That's what it is now? So yeah, whatever. Yeah, I saw this. Oh, I know what it was that made me think of that. There was something that got advertised to me on one of the socials, and it was like for $9 a month, you get unlimited email readings. I go, it's not real people doing those readings.
Right.
100% it's not real people. 100% it's AI doing those readings. And it's like, what's the point? So anyway, don't be tricked. We are real. This is not a deep fake. This is not AI. This is not my voice being cloned or any of that stuff. Oh my God. We're doing readings for $10 per card. You can pay over Venmo, PayPal, or Super Chat if you're watching us on YouTube. All you have to do is make your donation and then come back on in the chat and give your name if we don't have the name that matches. Tell us where you donated, how much you donated, and then what your question is. So it's $10 per card. You can have a 1-card reading, 2-card, 3-card, 4-card, 5-card, 10-card, whatever you want to donate. 100% of the proceeds are going to go to feed seniors in Ukraine, like our little friend that was ripped off by scammers. So such a sad story. Anyway, Love Witch says, your hair looks cute, Miss Kelly.
Thanks.
It does look so cute. You look like Louise Brooks. You do.
I love her. She's one of my big influences.
You really look like her. Or you look like that fakey French lady.
I know who you're talking about. I laughed so hard with the McCoffee and then her wig, her hair's up really high. And I'm like,
bangs are like up here.
Yeah. I'm like, I've been known to accidentally cut my bangs that short. So trying to trim them and I'm like, oh no.
All right. So John Paul's made a donation. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, John Paul. You have a 7-card reading. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to turn on the light because my light's going down and I don't have my other light here, my ring light here. So what are the questions? So, okay. So first question is, I have my surgery for my teeth is on Tuesday. This is my first time being put under with anesthesia. I'm wondering how the outcome will be. I'm a little nervous about it. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. This is Auntie Pamita talking to you. I had a dear friend. She's like, been around the block. She's in her early 50s. She's never been under anesthesia and never gotten poked with a needle. I don't know how that happened.
Wow.
And she went to go get a treatment and she had to go under anesthesia. And she's like, it was so easy. It was the easiest thing in the world. I'm like, yeah. You're like, I'm not going to honk. And then you wake up again. That's all you know, right? So being under anesthesia is not an issue. Just make sure, that you follow the directions, that you don't eat, the night before, you stop eating at a certain, whatever time they tell you to stop eating. But otherwise it's very, very easy. Anesthesia is very easy. All right. Okay. So let's see how that's gonna. And then John Paul, give us your birthday so that Kelly can give some advice as well. Just, yeah, put your birthday in there.
Got it.
Okay, there you go. Oh, happy birthday almost. Your
Yeah.
birthday's coming soon.
Did John Paul, can I ask John Paul if he knows what time he was born?
Yeah, if you know what time you're born, then Miss Kelly can also do your rising.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually love this. What's going to happen? You're going to be so pleased with the result of this surgery. So, yeah, the surgery this is leaving behind. We got Six of Swords. Six of Swords is leaving behind the rough stuff and moving into smooth waters. So, this is a great thing that you're doing. You're actually going to be so pleased with the result. You're going to be, why didn't I do it sooner? I don't know what I was scared about. The thing that I love about Six of Swords is that this guy that's like pushing the boat along, the ferryman that's pushing the boat along, it's like somebody's there to help you. You've got people behind you that are caring about you. You're not alone, and somebody else is doing all the hard work, and you're just going along for the ride. But this card always, says that you're moving from rough waters into smooth waters, that the issue that you're dealing with your mouth, it may be painful. It's going to maybe cause problems in the future, and you're leaving all that behind and moving on to much better situation. Not only that, but we have Page of Cups. Page of Cups is like this sweet, happy, joyful, young energy, sweet energy. I just really love Page of Cups for all the like happiness and healing, really, that he represents. These cups energy, water energy, that can be healing energy. This talks about emotional fulfillment as well. So I think that we talk about this whole experience of going in for surgery, it can feel very daunting, but I think, what we're seeing here is that it all goes out without a hitch. There's no problems. You're going to feel young again when you come out. This is like a young energy card. I think you're going to have, whatever has been going on with your teeth, if it's been painful, if you've been having real problems with it, that pain and those problems that we have with our body can make us feel old, right? Oh, I didn't have this when I was a kid. Why am I having this now? And what I see that result is that you come back to this very youthful thing. And also it's like a very heart fulfilling experience, meaning that it's probably good for your heart to get your teeth taken care of. There's a connection there, but also this kind of feeling, not just for the physical heart, but for the emotional heart of like, oh, it was so easy. It was no big deal. Like think about, kids, how they just float through life and everything is, a breeze, right? So this is this very sweet energy. I think it's going to make you feel young again. I think you're going to be so happy you did it. You're going to say, why didn't I do it sooner? I don't know what I was afraid of, all of those things. But it's going to go off without a hitch. You've got people around you that know what they're doing. So all is well with that. Thank you so much. So you must have some more questions, right? Oh, okay. So next is I've been moved to only one senior center beauty shop this coming week. I was wondering if my boss has made a good decision for me. I will miss the second location I was at. Originally, I worked at both locations. I want to know a little bit more about this, John Paul. Did you want to work at both, or you're just going to have enough business working at the one, or it's going to be a little easier for you? What's going on with that? Tell me a little bit more about that. I'm going to shuffle the cards while you type that in. I want to know a little bit more about. I wish we could have phone calls like QVC on here.
Yes.
I'm just have John Paul on the
so
phone.
Great.
Oh my God. I started following this account on Instagram. It's a comedian who pretends he's the people on the line at QVC. Mimics the talking. It's very funny. So now I'm all into QVC. All right. So tell me a little bit more about it. I'm going to pull 2 cards for it and you can tell me more. Okay. All righty. Let's see. Oh, my cards don't want to go in. All right. There we go. Oh, I think this is a temporary thing. I think you're going to have more options showing up for you, but right now it's actually a very good thing. So first card that I pulled up was the Empress card. Empress card is relaxed, easy. She has this energy. I mean, she's sitting on a throne with all these pillows on it. It's very relaxed energy. She represents a lot of abundance, a lot of openness, growth, ease. I mean, she just represents all of those things. She also represents love. She has that little love shield there as well. So as I look at this, like actually this one that you worked at the other one, the second location was fine, but I think you're really going to blossom here. I wanted to work at both. Bosses said one shop was going to close, so they got another person at second location and me at first. Oh, so they're going to close that other one, huh? Interesting. Well, I don't think that this is going to be really for like this with you only working at one for long, because Seven of Cups shows up, and that's you having choices. Now you might have more than one choice actually of where to work. So I do see some things coming up for you that are going to offer some choices. When you're confronted with those choices, listen to your heart. This is the card that says listen to your heart. So I think it's going to be fine for now. It's really a good card for now, but this isn't going to stay with you just at one. They're going to offer you something else, or some other offer is going to come through somewhere else. Seven of Cups is saying more than one offer. So it's like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I do both of them? Do I do all three of them? Whatever it is, listen to what your heart says. Does your heart want it? If your heart says yes, then go for it. If your heart's like, or your gut is like a little like, I don't know, then you don't have to. But what this is saying, opportunity is going to be presented to you. The other stylist is going to be with me after the first location as well. Oh, okay. So they're going to be there temporarily, and then they're going to come in and join you. So I think there's some opportunities coming your way. I kind of get the sense that by summertime, it's really not that far away. By summertime, you're going to get some other opportunities coming your way, and you get to choose if you want to do them or not, but choose with your heart. Don't choose logically, choose emotionally. Right? The opportunity, there may be, when I get this card, it's often more than one opportunity, more than one option, more than one thing, and you have to make a decision. Listen to your heart in that decision. So this doesn't feel like it's going to be permanently you just working at the one. There's going to be some other ones. Now, the options that come up, you may decide, no, that's okay. It doesn't say you must take them, but I just want you to know that there are some other options. And usually with Seven of Cups, there's an option that looks good, but it's the one that you feel, not maybe the logical choice, but the feeling choice. So yeah. All right. So I think John Paul has another couple of questions. Saturday the 13th, I'll be a year younger. 51, the second year of my 50s. How will the upcoming year be for me? Well, first of all, I want to say, John Paul, you do not look 50. You look like you're 30. So whatever you're doing the right thing. You look forever young, for sure. Now, what will the upcoming year bring for you? Okay, great. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Oh, I like it. I like it. I think that we're seeing this year as being one of real reflection and making some interesting and cool choices for your life. The Four of Swords is about looking within, even like taking care of yourself and giving yourself a little rest and relaxation. I think there's a recuperation that's necessary right now. This isn't about like hiding in your room and pulling the covers. You're so welcome. This isn't about pulling the covers up over your head kind of rest and relaxation. This is like restorative. I always think of this as being like going to the spa. So anything you can do to really pamper yourself, treat yourself, and also not just treat yourself in those physical ways, although that is perfect, very restorative. I get this complete restoration with the Four of Swords, but I also think about like spiritual restoration. You've been through so much. You've been through so much in the last few months. It's time for you to treat yourself to some restorative time. It doesn't have to be like spending a bunch of money or doing some big splashy thing, although that could be, vacation somewhere or something. Well, I mean, for me, a vacation is restorative. Not everyone feels that way, but I think of that when I think of restoration. But it could be going for a walk. It could be, just spending time in nature. It could be spending time with good friends, just getting some, fill your cup up a little more. I also get this. This is such an intriguing card. The Page of Cups shows up again. Page of Cups in this context really feels to me like you are 51 years young. You really do feel like that young energy, that fresh energy, very loving. What I get from Page of Cups is a new flirtation on the horizon. This flirtation could grow into something more for sure, but there is a flirtation on the horizon. Cups represent the heart, emotions, and love. And I love this energy of fresh new spring qualities that Page of Cups brings in. Another thing that I'm going to say something that's a little controversial. You can take it or leave it, John Paul, but Page of Cups is the only card where a human is interacting with an animal. You know, he's looking at that little fish there, right? That little fish is his friend, his pet. So it may be that this year brings a new animal friend into your life. Just putting that out there as well. But I get this really wonderful energy of like love and flirtation and a little, like just a little bit of that sparking up this year is really lovely. And it makes you feel young. I mean, I just love this freshness of the page for you. You do have page energy. You do have this eternal youth about you that really is so lovely, you know, that kindness, that open-heartedness, that innocence. And this is a little flirtation coming into your life. I love it. I love it. So rest and restore. The other part of Four of Swords is like dreaming your future into being, start doing your manifesting work. I'm hoping for a new Persian cat. I know. There's a little Persian kitty out there wanting to come to you. Oh my gosh. Could you get a kitten? I need to see pictures if you get a kitten. You know, we're cat people here. I think everyone at the Parlor of Wonders is a cat person, right? We're all cat people. We were talking about having multiple cats. I'm like, it's super tempting with cats because
they're like potato chips.
Oh my gosh. Why do we see cat people with like 20 cats and not dog people with 20 dogs? Because puppies are freaking hard work and dogs are work. Cats take care of themselves. So it's easy to go, oh, I want another little kitten. They're easy. And the next thing you know, you have 20.
You and my dad must have been hanging out and chit-chatting.
No, I only have 2.
He's got 3. He would have 100 literally if he could.
Oh, yes. I have rediscovered Crémant wines. They are sparkling wines in the regions of France outside of Champagne. Will this lead to something special for me? I love Crémant. It's such a good value. If you get a French, I love French wines, and
I have not. I'm today years old learning about this.
Oh, I knew about it because I was with the Frenchman, and so he was from a wine family, and they were in Burgundy, and so it was outside of Champagne, so they had Crémant. So so Crémant is beautiful. I mean, like exploring all of sparkling wines of Italy, France. I mean, all of it. It can be wonderful. So, all right, we're going to pull a card for this. This is really fun. They're a great value though, because not many Americans know about that. That, what is it called? I can't think of it right now. Appellation for champagne that you can only. Oh, you're going to like this for a long time. You know, this could actually turn into something. You know what, John Paul? Have you ever thought about going to sommelier school? Have you ever thought about it? Because look at this. We have a Knight of Pentacles. He's got a gold coin in his hand. This could actually turn into some kind of something for you. I don't know. There's a business idea in this for you. It may be that you become a wine rep and you go around doing wine sales. It could be that you become a sommelier. It could be that you write about wines. I mean, it could be anything. But with the Knight of Pentacles showing up, there's a business proposition in this. This is also a card that says you're going to have a long, beautiful journey with this, a long relationship. So I think this whole thing that you're doing, where you're doing this wine tasting and sparkling wine expertise, we want to think about how can we turn this into something that is not just a hobby, but something that makes you money. Now, you don't have to. You don't have to. But it's out there for you if you want to do that. If you want to be a sommelier or you want to be a wine, reviewer. I mean, you could be anything. Somalia for sure. I love it. I mean, this could be something that would be so wonderful. Wonderful. If you're passionate about it, you love it, and it can earn you money too. So could be something really wonderful and lucrative. I see. All right. So now Miss Kelly's going to give you some astrological advice.
Okay.
And next we're going to do Ferial and then Jen. Thank you so much, John Paul. Thank you so much, Ferial and Jen. We're going to get to you in just a minute, but Miss Kelly's going to take it away.
So I think when I'm looking at your chart that you are right on time for taking care of your teeth. That's like perfect timing right now. That Saturn's just leaving your moon alone, but it's what it's doing is it's squaring itself. So it's sort of like Saturn rules the teeth and the bones. So you're taking responsibility and having to deal with that. And of course, it can be a little painful, and sometimes it manifests in a physical way. But I think Saturn's all about timing, and so it's like, oh yes, right on time. This is exactly what you should be doing. Also, the eclipse, which everybody's talking about, and we're trying not to fearmonger about, but what you do is you look at your chart and go, oh, does it actually personally affect you? And for this particular eclipse, it does, John Paul. It lands pretty close to your sun. In fact, it lands right in between Chiron and your sun, which means Chiron is the wounded healer. And it's actually in play during this solar eclipse as well with the big new moon. Chiron's going to be sitting there with it as well. So the fact that the eclipse is happening right there for you means that it's a huge transformative moment in time for you. And you can really harness the power of the eclipse. And I would do some work on that this week and do it for your birthday. Like, what do you want to release? What are you going to let go? And what are you going to bring in? Like, you really, really have, your chart is speaking to you, and you have the ability to co-create your astrology with the universe in this moment. Not everybody's getting that. A lot of people are getting freaked out by it, and it's a little overwhelming. But the reality is, for you personally, you have a great opportunity to do that. And I would just lean into that and do some work on that. Light some candles, write some petitions, drink a glass of that champagne and celebrate your life and how wonderful it is now and how far you've come. And I can see again that, you've left some stuff behind. Saturn was opposing your moon, and that would have been really hard. And it's finally leaving that. So yeah, this is great. I think the next year is going to be nice. Yeah, a lot of kind of relief, I would think, coming up.
I think of that eclipse energy as like you're closing one chapter and opening a new chapter.
Yes.
That's what it is. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And so what do you want to leave behind? What do you want to banish? What do you want to let go of? And what do you want to wake up to? Just like the sun is hidden and then the sun reappears.
Exactly.
That's what we
new
want to
life.
do.
Yeah, like new life. And so powerful because it's happening on your sun, and it's happening. And so because right as we hit 50, we get what's called the Chiron return. Everybody hears about the Saturn return, but the Chiron return comes around as we hit 50. And that's the wounded healer returns, right? And we have to we look within and we say, what have I healed? What have I worked on? What have I generated and fixed in my life? And it could be a powerful moment. And, turning 50 is, it can be hard on one hand, but it's kind of wonderful at the same time because it's like, oof, this whole brand new part of your life is opening up ahead of you. And exciting that you've got the solar eclipse happening right there. I'm excited for you.
I love it because it's also like for John Paul, he lost his cat and his cat was his child, and this is so much grief around that.
I relate to that.
And maybe, yeah, exactly. And it's like
my cat's paw print tattoos right here from going through that. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And this is a way to say I want to leave that deep grief behind. It's not leaving Jessica behind. It's not leaving your cat behind.
Yeah.
But that paralyzing depression and deep grief can be left behind so that you can have the good memories of her. Her spirit can be more present around you. I don't think spirits really hang around when we're in deep grief. They hang around when we're feeling lighter because they just can't get through.
I think I have a different view. I think we can't feel them when our grief is too intense.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly,
Like they're there, but it's
exactly,
like your grief is so great, like you just can't even sense it. You
exactly.
know, they're like, "Hi, I'm sending you all these signs. I'm right there," and we're just like, "Oh no, I
I
can't
always think
see
it's
it."
like you're a turtle in the shell or you're like a hermit
Yes,
crab in the shell. How can anything get through? When you're
exactly.
deeply, deeply in grief and
So,
deeply depressed, it's hard for any spirit information to come through. We need to be vibing high, like the spirits vibe high,
yes,
to be able to hear it. So you're 100%
I like
correct.
that.
Thank you
Yeah,
for correcting on that. It's that it is that they're there. We just don't
yeah.
feel them
Yeah,
there.
I
So
like that idea of that you had trying to raise your vibration a little bit so you can reconnect with them. Yeah, because they're
yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah,
but it
100%.
is hard. I've gone through that, and it is, ugh, it's so painful and so
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah,
Yeah,
it really is something else, you know. But yeah, this is your opportunity to turn that page. I love it. Thank you so much, Jean Paul, for your donations. Those questions were wonderful. It's so wonderful to see you here. And thank you so much for helping these beautiful seniors in Ukraine. And they're very, very grateful to you. I mean, you are creating miracles. You are literally creating miracles, you guys, when you make these donations. It's amazing. You're an answer to their prayers, 100%. Ferial has a 6 card reading. Hi, thank you so much, Ferial. Um, all right, there's her birth date and
I've got
time.
her chart. I've got her chart already.
And what's your question? I'm going to divide them into 2 readings, 3 cards for each. 3 cards will I find and get approved for a home this month. All right, let's take a look at that. It looks like it's going to happen either at the end of the month or maybe even next month, but it will happen. It just seems a little still in the beginning. The first card that came up was 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is actually a timeout kind of card. So I wouldn't look at this time as like stagnant or stalled, but more of a time of reflection. Even, this guy that's, here, this, you know, tomb guy who's like lying there. But up above is this stained glass window, right? The stained glass window represents the visualization that we're having of our future when we are in rest and repose. So I would not be very active at the beginning of the month, even looking or doing anything. It might just be that you're not going to hear from them the first part of the month, or maybe even the entire month. As we get to the end of the month is when we're going to start to see some movement. So it'll be very still and very quiet. You won't hear from them in the beginning. But this is a really good time for you to start vision boarding or visualizing or writing down, what are the qualities of the home that I would like? What are the qualities of the home that I would like? That would be a wonderful, amazing, really good way to spend this time when it's silent in the beginning. Perfect way to spend that time. Second card is Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about change and shift. And then, so it's all going to shift. So it's going to be silent at the beginning. And then we get this big change. Also, too, Wheel of Fortune has this energy of like taking a leap of faith, jumping into something, doing something that feels a little daunting or a little scary, taking a risk of some kind. Yeah, it's slow in the beginning, but since the middle of last week, all these properties have been sent to me and I applied for a few already. Yeah, I don't know that you're going to hear back from them right away, but you will hear back from them at maybe mid-month or late month. You're going to hear back from them, or you're going to start to feel that shift of energy. It's going to require of you to take that leap of faith. I think you're going to get an approval and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, am I ready for this? Is this the one? All of that stuff that feels like it can shock us a little bit. This isn't shocking like tower card drawing. It's more like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at that big leap that I have to make. But whatever you want is on the other side of that. Whatever canyon you're jumping across, what you want is on the other side. So when it comes to the time that you have to make that decision and agree to the house or make that commitment to the house, what you want to do is not get up and all in your head, but really get down into your center and like say to yourself, is this house, do I feel this house for me? Think of it almost like a relationship, right? Sometimes we get so desperate for a relationship that the first person that comes around, we go with them, even if we're not that into them, just because they're a warm body. We don't want to do that with the house. We want to make sure, yes, this house is my, it has so many things that I want, right? Think of it like a lover. Your house is like a lover. Like, does this house have all the qualities that you're looking for? That's why this part where you're thinking about the qualities of the house, maybe even listing them, will help clarify for you so that when they do say, okay, here's this house, you can compare it to your list. And if it has most of the things that you want, vast majority of the things that you want, then you can say a confident yes and not feel so scared about making that leap. Then I see it all happening. Three of Pentacles, like all of it comes together. The homeowner, the loan, you, whatever it is, all the group that needs to come together to make this happen, makes it happen very harmoniously, no bumps in the road. It's going to happen. So I think it's going to be a little still at the beginning. You're going to get an offer or something, and you're going to have to like make that decision. But don't make the decision like take the first house that comes. Really check to make sure, because you've done your homework and you've listed all the qualities that you want in a house, make sure it matches up with that. So that's what I'm seeing for the first three. Second three. Now we're ready for second three question. There we go. Second question is, will the social workers get in the way of my son coming back home with me when he is well enough to get discharged? I'm thinking so much. You're so much in my heart, Ariel. Really, you and your son are both in my heart. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I love it. Okay. You're going to have to jump through some hoops, but it's going to happen, and he will be home with you. So here's the thing. The first card I'm talking about is the Ace of Swords, but I'm going to come back to that one because I want to talk about the second card. The second card is Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is hard work. It's a lot. It's hard work, but you do it, right? Like just like this guy, he's carrying those sticks. He's doing it, but it is hard work. I think there are going to be some hoops that you have to jump through, or that your son has to jump through. Both of you have to jump through for him to come home. You need to be super clear, super straightforward, very honest, very forthright. This is a card of victory and success. So it's a great card. Ace of Swords is great, but it's also a card about super clarity and communication. I think you want to be, I get the sense that we're really like, you have to follow everything by the book. But if you do that and you jump through all the hoops, you are going to get your son back. We have 10 of Pentacles, which is the whole family back in the home. That is a direct answer, that he will come back. But I just feel like you're going to have to do a lot of talking, a lot of, and you got to be forthright with things. And you're going to have to jump through hoops to get, both you and he are going to have to jump through hoops, but you can do them. So when you have this in mind, know, that road, you can get there. It's going to be a lot of work, but you can do it. It's not blocked. It's not, no, it's just, you got to work for it, is what it's saying. Ultimately, though, look at this, 10 of Pentacles, beautiful card. The whole family is back together again. We've got the kid, we've got the parents, we've got the grandpa, we got the dog, we got everybody there, right? So I do see him coming back. And the other part of 10 of Pentacles is he comes back to stay, that you guys are able to do outpatient stuff, or maybe he's on the right combo of meds or whatever it is that he needs. He's getting the things so that he can stay with you. And that is wonderful to see. Really wonderful to see. So it's going to be some hard work, but you can get there. It's not that it's not doable. It is doable. So you just have to be prepared. Hoop jumping, All right. What do you have?
Let's see here. I see Jupiter, the planet Jupiter of luck, going big, nice ease. That is going through Taurus right now, and it's for the rest of the year. It's going to be crossing. It's about to hit your sun the next few months, which is nice. It's going to feel really good. Sometimes I think sometimes that a Jupiter transit, like we might get in our head and think, oh my gosh, it's going to bring everything I need. Sometimes it brings exactly what you need. Sometimes it's like the ease to just make it through whatever the hard stuff is that you're going through. But it's still really nice. It's like it's Jupiter's the king of heaven, right? So Jupiter is coming through and talking to your sun and is like, hello, I'm here to ease you and help whatever's happening this year. And then in terms of like the hard work, yeah, Saturn is sitting in your sector of service and everyday stuff, and that's going to be there for the next year. And yeah, that is dotting your I's, crossing your T's, just stepping up and showing up every single day, being devoted to what it is that you care about, just doing that over and over and over, committing to a routine. Saturn's all about commitment. And the thing with Saturn is Saturn takes care of you. You know, Saturn's the hard planet, but when you answer Saturn's call and you do what Saturn's asking you to do, Saturn rewards you and says, well done, you know, and helps you, you know, you cross that threshold and you get what it is you are working so hard to achieve. And then as that happens, Saturn's going to cross your ascendant, and it's going to enter into your sector of relationships. So that tells me probably the beginning of next year, you're going to be, you know, you're going to be sharing responsibility with someone, which will probably be family, like the reading is talking about.
Yeah.
And then you know, in terms of like the eclipse energy, I think you have an opportunity to force, or not force, but to really to make something happen, because it's going to aspect your ascendant exactly, but in a way that says you have to make something, you have to make it happen. So I don't know, I'm not translating that well. I'm trying to think of the words right now in my head, but it's like this is like your moment that day is to just sort of put into motion something that you really, really want to have happen. So maybe when it comes to your house or getting that done, you know, maybe it is you know, you write everything down, exactly what it is you want, like Pam was talking about. What is it that you really, really care about? What's the most important thing with that house? Really, really think hard about that. And, you know, it's a great moment of potential, putting it out there, manifesting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect. I think in that sense of like, this is an opportunity to put behind the things of the past and to start of new. And so I think, you know, I know you've had struggles both with the housing and with your son. And oh, this is wonderful. I've started scripting. That's
Good.
wonderful. And I think this is your opportunity tomorrow on Monday to just like turn a new page. Now it's going to be different. Now it's going to be more peaceful. Things will be more, you know, easier. Things will, you know, we won't have the struggles that we had of the past. And we know now, I also think there's another practical thing that's coming through with all of this, which is maybe the Saturn aspect that you're seeing in the chart, which is I've learned my lessons and we know how to do it right this time, or we know how to do it
Yes.
better this time, right? We can do things better. So
Yeah, and
that can be a wonderful
co-create
thing.
again, co-create with your chart, co-create with Saturn. Saturn says be wise, right? And Saturn's about mentorship. So maybe you act as a mentor for other people, or you allow yourself to receive the wisdom from the mentors in your life. Like being open to that. It doesn't always have to be hard, right? Like I think sometimes we set ourselves up with astrology for, oh my gosh, Saturn's going to be tough. It doesn't have to be that way, right? So you can act like Saturn, you know, for yourself. You know, you can create that in your own life and co-create with that.
That's your new book, Kelly. You need to write a book, co-create with your planets.
Yes, I like it. I
love it. Thank you so much, Fariel. Best wishes with all of that. My heart, as I said, my heart is really, really with you. Oh my gosh, and so much. And I love that 10 of Pentacles. It's like at the end, it's just like you're solid, you're strong, it's stable, it's long lasting. I love seeing that. And you're all back, your family's back together again, which is wonderful. I want to remind everybody that we have a limited edition spring cleaning magic kit. This is not about spring cleaning your house, although you could use some of the things to clean your house. It is about energetic cleaning. It is a Van bonanza. If you know about Van comes to us from Hoodoo tradition from New Orleans, and it is a beautiful potion, I guess you would call it, to create positive change, turning negative, bad luck, negativity, anything unwanted into good luck. It turns things around like a hard U-turn. So we have Van soap and Van oil at Parlor of Wonders, but in this kit, we have some extra Van things that are total exclusives. We have sachet powder. We have potion, Van potion that you can drink. We have Van bath crystals. We have a room spray. We have a beautiful egg candle that's yellow and white so that it's like cleaning, cleansing, and opening up the energy of any space. And we've got a little extra special surprise, that we don't tell you what it is. It is worth $98 or $96 retail value for all of these things, but you can get it for $80 through the end of April. So it's only available in April, and these items will never be again. So the ones that are exclusive. So of course, the oil and the soap you can get anytime, but the rest of it, this is only special for this kit. So if you'd like this kit, go ahead and click on that QR code and it will take you right there. You can get this amazing kit that's got all of these exclusives. It will really, really shift your energy in your home, in your life. It's like really wonderful for spells of getting rid of anything that is stuck or old or stagnant or negative and turning it into this fresh energy of good luck. I always say Van is like having a dirty window and you wash that window and the sunlight comes in. That's what Van is. It cleans away that negativity so all the good stuff can come to you. So it is one of my go-to oils. I mean, I have 3 go-to oils. Van is one, Magnetic Attraction is the other one, Powerful Protection is the third one. You can drop me on any desert isle with those 3 oils and I would be fine. Just fine with those 3.
Right. Yeah.
That's all I need, right?
Yeah.
You want to turn your bad luck to good luck. You want to attract the I don't know, the rescue plane. So you want that magnetic and you want to protect yourself from anything.
Is that what they're missing on Gilligan's Island?
Yes, exactly. If they had Van Magnetic Attraction and Powerful Protection.
The professor could have whipped that up.
Right? He didn't know about magic, man. That professor was too nerdy.
Scientific.
Alrighty, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ferial. All right, Jen. Sorry, I saw Love Witch on the comments. Jen, you have a 3-card reading. Thank you so much. Looking for guidance for this week. Thank you so much. Oh, this is wonderful. If you would like a reading, and you're watching us here, I see 24 of you watching us here. If you'd like a reading, you can go ahead and make a donation on PayPal, on Venmo, or on Super Chat down below. Here's the PayPal link. You can tell I've been in super hermit writer mode. I'm like barely functioning as a human in the society right now. So you can click on that link and you can make a donation to PayPal. You can donate any amount, $10 per card. You can donate 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever you want, 80, 90, 100. We'll do a reading for you live on the air. 100% of the proceeds go to help seniors in Ukraine. $40 buys 2 weeks of groceries for a senior in Ukraine. And so your donations are creating miracles. You are truly creating miracles for these seniors, some of whom have got no food in their house when they make the delivery, and you are bringing 2 weeks worth of groceries. What a blessing that you are providing for people who are suffering in this war. It's something else, man. You can make a difference, and you are making a difference. You really, really are. All right, so let's see your week ahead, Jen. Thank you so much. What does the week ahead look like for Jen? Oh, I love it already. Okay. Great week overall. I love it. Sun card showing up. This is positive energy of all kinds. I love this. It's kind of carefree energy. We've got that little baby on the horse, being very carefree. Sun is shining. This means good health. I mean, it's a radiant card. It's being seen by others. If you have a project that you're working on, it means it's being seen. It's got this wonderful, expansive, joyful, healthy, vibrant quality to it. So I think this week is going to be very good for you in terms of like your energy level, in terms of like your ability to create and manifest things. It's going to be you showing up, you being seen by others, you being appreciated by others, but it's also got this joyful kind of carefree quality to it. So I'd say overall the week is going to have this joyful quality. Now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of this week. I feel like there's some kind of confusion going on because we have Five of Wands, and Five of Wands is like people being at cross purposes. Like this guy over here thinks it should be built this way. This guy over here thinks it should be built another way, and nobody's working together. Because we have that sun card energy, I don't think this is going to be a major big deal, but it may be things like our Mercury retrograde stuff, like miscommunications or people making assumptions. That can be that sometimes. Sometimes this can be people like not communicating and they do the same work twice. Yeah, so this can be, that kind of energy going around. It can be a little like chicken with their head cut off, not communicating, a little bit chaotic. But with that sun energy, I don't see this as being anything major. I do see you coming in, though, however, with Queen of Swords energy and really communicating and getting everybody on board. This is very much about leadership. So this may be in the work environment a little bit like people are not working, it's not that they're not getting along, but they're not working like a team. They're kind of doing their own thing individually. And you may have to step up and clarify for people. This energy can be very much like, okay, everybody, we need to sit down and we need to figure out a system. This is no system. We need a system, right? So it can be something it doesn't feel negative. It doesn't feel like awful, but it does feel like you do have to you have to step up your leadership role. You have to step up and you have to clarify for people, draw boundaries, make sure everybody understands, put up systems, get organized. So I think you're going to lead the organization for the people around you that are kind of just running in every different direction. But overall, the week is going to be an amazing week. So something about that could be a real blessing. I mean, I can think, you stepping up into that leadership kind of role can also be you having confidence in yourself, or you actually making something, shifting something, changing something, and others around you can see you stepping up into that role, and they give you more respect, or they're more appreciative, or they see you have potential to move up in some capacity. So it's, I think, that a very good thing that you're stepping up into that role of organizing this little bit of chaotic energy around you, because it's going to be seen, and maybe seen by the people who are important to see that. So I love that. All right, Miss Kelly.
I love that reading because your moon is in Aries, and all the stuff that's happening this week is in Aries. Mercury retrograde is in Aries. Mercury is going to be going back. It's in your work sector and then going back over your moon in your more creative sector. So yes, all that chaos, you're going to be feeling it particularly, just because you're going to probably feel it at a more subtle level and on a more emotional level. And so you're going to have to work on regulating your emotions, especially with that Aries moon and everything happening. Then you're going to have the big new moon and eclipse happening on top of your moon as well. So I think you just need to pay attention to that. And, again, you want to work with your chart. So don't let the planets control you, right? You lean in and you work with them. So it's a Aries moon needs to really sort of not let Mars take over, like not let the warrior slice everybody's heads off, if that makes sense. Right. So you're going to want to, so as that Mercury, it's retrograde and everybody's being dumb, like just keep your emotions in check and stay focused, and use that eclipse to, let some of that crap go and focus and let your light shine. I mean, it's great. You got that sun card pulled. So, your sun does want to come shining out.
Yeah. I love that.
Great.
Yeah. Yes, Queen of Swords, don't chop off everyone's head, please.
Don't chop everybody's head. You're
Just
probably
draw
gonna
good
feel,
boundaries.
yeah, you're gonna feel like you want to. I'm guessing this next week because everything's just gonna be going back and forth right over your moon right there. So just breathe and get it out through other ways. So use that Ariesness, that Aries moon to go walk, go, use a punchy bag, get really creative, use all that fire stuff, draw, paint, do what you need to do to get that out. And and because Aries moon will say whatever is on their mind. So so you want to, it's great. I love it. I'm a Leo. I love an Aries moon, but in the work environment, you might want to tame it down a little bit, I guess. I'm guessing. I don't know what your work environment is.
That's where Manfred, my partner, he gets his, like, he shouts at people that go through the red lights and don't follow traffic rules. And he's so mild mannered and so quiet. And then he'll shout like, he's walking
Really?
down the street. Yes, it's wild. It's because he's got an Aries moon. That's
That
why.
is so funny. Oh my gosh. Yes.
All that
Yeah. Yeah.
fire,
I
right?
very rare to see him lose it. I
I
think I
know.
saw him get upset once, and I was like, "Oh, I'm the one that did that, Manfred." And he goes, "Oh, it was you. Oh, well, okay."
Well, you know what? It's really funny is one time when I first was dating him, I went over to his house and there was a hole punched in the door of his bathroom door, like not all the way through, but like the first side of it was, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh, I just got mad at my computer and I so he looks like he has a it seems so out of character, I've known him for years.
It is, yeah.
It's like out of character. All right, we've got Bree and then Devon and then Helen. Thank you guys. I'm an ICU nurse. It really can get intense.
Space talks before you do. I love that so much. Yeah, and you have to keep cool under pressure, I'm sure. Oh my
God. There's a little chaos probably at the ICU this week, but I don't think it's going to be bad. Like it's not going to be bad, but like just people doubling up on things or, miscommunications and things like that. It can be very much like that energy of Mercury retrograde, but nothing to fear, Bree, Devon, and then Helen. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate you. Anything, really what's coming up? Wonderful. Okay. Brenda. Thank you. Another Leo in the house. Doot, doot. Not me. I mean, Leo rising, but Miss Kelly's a Leo sun. I'm a fake Leo.
Leo rising.
Yeah, Leo rising means I'm a faux Leo.
Faux Leo.
When I was, I've told you that story many times. When I was younger, I used
You wanted to be a Leo.
I'm a total Leo. I'm not a Cancer. I'm a poser.
You're very Leo. All that Leo-ness comes out first.
It's all my hair.
Yes. That's the first thing I said to you. I was like, of course you're a Leo rising. With your hair.
Bree, Brenda, we've got Magician card for you. Oh my gosh. What is coming up is you manifesting the heck out of things, man. That's what the Magician is all about. This is such a lovely energy for your next whatever cycle. We look into the week, the month, whatever we're looking at. It's really saying to you a lot of independence and a lot of mastery. Like you are in charge of you, right? That's the Magician card all the way. I am. And you can do it yourself. So I don't think, when this card shows up, it's like, you don't need to be like playing second fiddle. You don't need to be, I'm not a student anymore. I am empowered. There's something so empowered about the Magician. He's doing his as above, so below pose, as above, so below. This means manifestation. So if you have been doing manifestation work, great, continue to do it. You may want to dial it up a little bit, but if you haven't been doing it, if you've let it slide, if you haven't been working on a gratitude journal, like my gratitude journal work is all about manifestation, or you haven't been doing spells for manifesting things, or you've just sort of been occupied with your day-to-day life, now is the time. Strike while the iron's hot. You've got this wonderful energy about being able to envision something and make it a reality. Let's get all of your hands on deck for that. That can mean doing your spiritual work around it, but it can also mean taking action. We're in Aries season now. It's the perfect time to take action on something, right? Jump in, try it, do it. Don't stand on the sidelines anymore. Come on, Leo girl, you got to get in there and make it happen. You got that Leo energy of leadership. I'm talking about this astrology thing. I'm going to leave the rest to you. Yes, so okay. That's me. I have thought about doing that. Yeah. So you got to step into your power, step into your I am. This doesn't mean, this is interesting because this isn't like emperor card or any of the court cards where we're queens and kings, where we're talking about you leading others. This is you leading yourself. This is you like stepping up and standing up for yourself and advocating for yourself in the world, and like how you show up in the world. Like you're ready for it. You're ready to step up. You're ready to start manifesting. You're ready to step up into your power. This is amazing. I'm sorry, I've got cats yelling at me. All right, so this is your upcoming thing. Step into your power, step into your I am. You're no longer the student, you're no longer on the sidelines. You're the quarterback or whatever. No, quarterback has a team. You are the long distance marathon runner or whatever it is that does their thing by themselves. And now is your moment. All right, I'm gonna go feed cats real quick, and while Miss Kelly talks to you.
Okay, so I'm glad you said long distance runner. Conserving your energy. You're going to have the planet Saturn's going to be opposing your Mars. So your Mars is your energy. It's what gets you up in the morning and what gets you moving and what makes you feel good. And Saturn can come along and cool that down a bit. So you're going to want to that you might feel a little low energy, but what it's really asking you to do is conserve your energy and to just sort of take one day at a time. And that's going to be happening for a couple of months. And then again, all the stuff that's going on in Aries right now, it's trining your Leo, and you have a lot of planets in Leo. So a trine is really nice. It's like an easy flow of energy. So it's really a gift. And when a trine comes up, you have to take advantage of it. So I love that you got the Magician card, because that tells me that it's something you need to take advantage of as well. So the eclipse, the new moon, Mercury retrograde, it's all offering you gifts and an easy flow of energy. So something that you have to work with and make magic for. Where's Pam? I'm done. Perfect timing.
One cat's in, the other one is not on her way. She's not here yet, so I'm gonna have to go with the next one too and try and see if I can bring her in. But I gave her a snack. Ozma's in the house. I gave her a snack, so
She was telling all of us about it.
I was listening to your thing. It was awesome. I was listening. All right, Devon. Thank you so much, Bree. Devon, we have a 4-card reading. We do have time. There's all time. We stay here until everybody gets their cards read that wants their cards read. I've sent for 4 cards. What should I be focusing on this upcoming week? Thank you for helping a whole senior. We always say when you donate 40, you're helping a whole senior. $40 buys groceries for 2 weeks for those seniors in Ukraine. So you're doing such beautiful, amazing, miraculous, beautiful, miraculous work. You're just it's like they're so appreciative and thankful and grateful. And what a miracle that is, really. A miracle. I love that. So thank you, you guys, all of you guys. All right. Well, it's time for you to make some change. This is it. Time for you to make some change. The first card that came up is the Death card. Death card is a card of graduating. So this isn't anybody dying or anything like that, but it is the card of graduation day. Like what? And I think this is perfect for the eclipse, really. Honestly, this is perfect card for the eclipse. This is a card where you're doing something like, I'm done with that thing and I'm ready to step into my new thing, right? Whatever that is, it's time for you to leave the old stuff. You've accomplished it. You finished your mission there and step into your new mission. So that can be any number of things. What is it? It's not loss. We don't see death as loss. It's not loss. It is about moving on. I always say like that energy of when you graduate from high school, you don't go back and go, oh, I want to go back to freshman year or next year. No, you go on to college, you go on to travel, you go on to a job, you do something else. You are ready to be done with high school. That doesn't mean we don't miss high school or our friends from high school or certain aspects of high school. You know, God, they made so many movies about people going back in time to when they were in high school, right? Wasn't like Peggy Sue got married about
Yes.
something like that. Anyway, so everybody has these fantasies, but the reality is you don't want to go back to high school. Come on. Nobody wants to go back to high school. So those might, be your glory days and something, people have that thing, but it's really, you're ready to step into something new. So you're graduating out of something and moving into something bigger, more expansive, more beautiful. I think this year, it's not this year, it's this week. This week, there's going to be something that you're leaving behind. It might be a little bittersweet, not sad, but it might be like high school graduation, but I want you to focus on stepping into the bigger thing, the better thing, the most wonderful thing. This is the part that tells me you might look back at it. You might be going, oh my gosh, 5 of Cups. Oh my gosh, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Why didn't I do that in high school? Why didn't I do this? I think that's the thing. I don't know why high school is coming up because of the death card. And I always think of that. But it's like, how we go like, gosh, if I had done it, if I could do it all over again, I would have done things differently. That's not the point of this. This point of this is for you to look forward to the future and the cups that are upright, right? The idea that we're looking at what the past is not helpful here. So what I want you to do, beautiful Gemini girl, fairy girl, is look at that expansive future that's in front of you. All the possibilities are there. Again, I'm seeing like, oh, okay, 3 of Swords, there's going to be some emotional stuff around this. There's going to be some pain around it, but it is all the work to get out of the negative thinking, to get out of the painful thoughts, or to get out of that. What do? You step into Queen of Cups energy. This is stepping up into your power. It's such a wonderful card for you to be able to step up into your emotion, to be able to step into your psychic ability, your dream work, your magic, all of that. This is what's going to help you navigate this week. It's not that it's a horrible week, but you're going to be having some emotions this week. And what this is saying is step up into your, I can take care of myself. I am a queen. I'm going to say to you, your solution for this week is to look at yourself every day in the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and tell yourself, I'm a queen. Tell yourself, I'm a queen. Because this is the power that you get out of this week, is that you step up into your power, that you are able to get through the emotions of this week and step up into a way of like, oh my gosh, I can take care of myself. I can take care of others. I have the gifts of spirituality that I can lean into, but it's not depleting. It's not, it actually is, when you do this, you grow. So we all face, the thing is, man, we all face tough stuff in life, right? We all face tough stuff in life. No exception. I don't care how magical you are, how much of a witch you are, how much of a spiritual person you are, how much of a religious person you are. Every one of us is going to face challenges in this life, but it's how we deal with those challenges. So this one is saying, lean into your heart, heal your heart, work on your psychic ability, work on your spiritual practice. That's going to be the thing that takes us out of the muck into something really, really good. So it's good that you give the warning. There's going to be some kind of ending and a new beginning. We want to lean into the new beginning, not the ending, right? That's the main thing. This is your eclipse energy, man. I'm going to leave that old stuff behind and open a new fresh page. And what is that fresh page going to be? So, yeah. Oh, okay. So Miss Kelly's going to talk to you.
I don't know. I can't find Devon's birth info on
She's
here.
Gemini, but
Gemini. I can do that kind of off the top of my head a little bit. Gemini, so Saturn is in Pisces. So that means it is, it's challenging Geminis. It's coming up and forming a square. So yeah, all that stuff, it could be, you could be feeling that challenge. Again, with the square, the challenge is an opposite, right? It's not pushing against you. So it's not necessarily coming from other people. It could be, oh, I see, here we go, June 1, 1969. It could be more outside stuff, right? And having to step up. Like I always think of a square, it's like a step, like you're having to step up, step on top of it. You have to build, it's like a building block and working hard for something like that. Let me look really quick here.
Well, while you're talking about that, I'll relate that to this thing that she's saying, it's understanding, and it makes sense with what I have going on this week. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy week, but it's you do have this really important thing that you can lean on, which is your Queen of Cups energy. I see Queen of Cups in you big time. You have a beautiful spiritual practice. You have a big heart. You're everybody's mama, just like me. I mean, I would be surprised if you didn't have Cancer in your chart somewhere, but you have all of this energy of like loving and giving, but do that loving and giving for yourself as much as you do for someone else, everybody else. I think you take care of everybody else like most moms do. We take care of everybody else first, and then we're the ones with the burnt toast. That's what we end up with. So what
Well,
this is saying to me is like, step up into your self-care too. Step up into that I am a queen, I love you energy for yourself. Give yourself at least as much as you give everyone else.
yeah, and it looks like you have a Sagittarius moon. So if we're talking about the Queen of Cups, I want to see your moon, and the Sagittarius moon is really fun. It's like, so
It's
I'm
very
guessing you're the fun mom, and
totally.
also, so when you have heavy Sagittarius energy in your chart, you need to express optimism in life, and the deeper layer of that is gratitude. So it's really, really important for you, even when you're having a hard time. It's going to be really always important for you to find a way to see the positive part of life. Sagittarius is kind of like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. Everything's really great. Everything's wonderful and happening. I don't mean to think of it as toxic positivity, because you don't want to do that. But it's really, really important for Sag rising, Sag sun, Sag moon to find an optimistic point of view. Like it is your that's what you're here for, and that's what you bring to the world for the rest of us. And so it's just so important, so for you to find that in yourself.
Yeah, that's Devon 100%. I know Devon. We've worked very closely together.
Okay, yeah, I
She's
love
very optimistic, positive, joyful, playful. I always call her my little Gemini fairy.
That's so
She's
great.
always making magic everywhere she goes and delighting people everywhere she goes. But I want you this week to focus on giving some of that love and delight to yourself too.
Yeah.
Right?
Bring joy to yourself. I love it. Yeah, Sagittarius, I would say do something adventurous. Like
Yeah.
Sagittarius moon is like, you need to like do something kind of adventurous, even if it's go for a drive down the coast or something. I don't know. Like you just something that makes you go, oh yes, I'm out of my comfort zone right now, doing something wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's perfect. Thank you both. Really appreciate pep talk. I know I'll need it. Yeah. We'll come back next week and you can tell us all about it. All right. All right. Helen. Thank you so much, Devon. Hello, Madam Pemington, Miss Kelly. 2 cards. So many sudden money emergencies last week that I can't afford. I need to get my options together next week. There's the birthday, 10/15, Libra energy. Thank you all, and peace to Ukraine. Thank you so much, Helen. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you. All right, let's see where that money is going to come from. What are the options? What does Helen need to know about making that happen? Oh, I think it's going to turn out all right. Temperance card is the first card that shows up. So Temperance card to me says the money will either come to you to take care of those bills, the money emergencies. It's going to like come to you pretty easily, but it may take a little time. So if you need to kind of borrow from one thing and then replace that money that you borrowed, either, a loan or a credit card or, borrowing money from like I don't know, some kind of savings account or whatever, you can replace that money again. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. Sometimes the Temperance card is like, you got to be patient. It's going to take some time. We have this little clue here, which is this pathway leading up to the golden crown, right? So there's a path to get there. So sometimes it can mean it takes a minute to get there. But I really feel like that you're going to be blessed with this money in some way and be able to replace it. So if you have to put it on a credit card or take out a loan or borrow from somebody, I wouldn't recommend borrowing from a person unless it's absolutely necessary, but borrowing from yourself or borrowing from an institution, you'll be able to replace that money. And it will come from some interesting place. Like it's going to be a little windfall, a bonus of some kind or something like that, that's going to come later that will allow you to pay that off and replace it. So that looks very, very good for that. Second thing I see here is Six of Wands. Six of Wands is telling me you need to let people know that you're in this situation. You've got a community of people around you, just like this guy does, has a community around him, that are willing to help you with this situation. It might be a recommendation. It might be a way that you can find some money. It might be actually giving you the money or lending you the money. But I think you're hiding it or not telling other people around it. And you need to tell your inner circle, at least your inner circle, what's going on, because they may have good advice for you or some other something that's going to help you find that money. So let people know the predicament that you're in. If it's like some, bill that you have to pay that you weren't expecting, just talk about it. You don't need to ask them, but just let people know what you're going through is what I'm getting here. But I feel like you're going to be able to move that money around and replace that money that you're paying right now. Okay, I'm going to try and get my cat again. All right, you'll take it away, Miss Kelly.
Yeah, okay. I would not be surprised if you get help from other people. First of all, it's kind of cracking me up right now. So many people that have been getting a reading tonight astrologically are having that eclipse right on top of one of their planets, and the eclipse is going to be opposite your sun. Exactly. So that means something is going to transform. Something new is coming into your life right now. And it's happening in your house of other people's resources. It's where you get money from other people. It's taxes. You could end up getting a tax return. You could end up with that temperance card, if something's coming a little further away. It could be that you end up inheriting something. It is like a weird windfall that you're like, where did that come from? It's like this secret stash of something and a secret stash of resources that wants to come through for you. It's everything is active in that area of your chart right now. And I would again do something tomorrow for that, because I mean it's directly opposite your moon is that solar eclipse. So have fun with that. Like channel that power, use it for yourself for sure.
Okay, I'm back and no cat still calling my cat, so I'm gonna have to go next time too. Sorry, I'm popping in and out, you guys. Do you hear me shouting in the background?
No, but the look in your face, I think I've had that look on my face so many times. It's what are they doing right now? Please don't jump on that. Please, no. Please don't knock that over. No, not while I'm on the Zoom.
All right. So Helen is our last one. If anybody else wants a reading, we'll make a couple of announcements. This is your last call. So this is your last call for making a donation. 100% of your donations go to feed seniors in Ukraine who are suffering during this wartime. We have readings we're doing for $10 per card. You can pay over Venmo, PayPal, or on Super Chat if you're on YouTube, which is where we're streaming also. We're doing streaming on all the things. And also wanted to let you guys know about a couple things that are going on. Number one, we have our spring cleaning set that it has all Van products, five of which are exclusives to this kit. So we have Van oil and Van soap, which we sell at Parlor of Wonders, but we also have an egg that is an egg candle, beeswax egg candle that is half white and half yellow for doing that spring cleaning and bringing in joy and happiness and luck and success. We've got some Van sachet, Van potion, Van room spray. We also have Van bath crystals and an extra surprise gift. This is $96 worth of product for $80. So it's a really good deal, and it's only available until the end of April. You will want these. Van is a wonderful smelling product. My gosh, I love the smell of it. It is lemongrass and all these wonderful citrus herbs. It smells really fresh. Doesn't smell gross or cheap, or it doesn't smell like Mr. Clean. It smells good. It's this real lemongrass essential oil and other essential oils that are making this beautiful, wonderful fragrance in this. So that is available, and you can get that by clicking on the link or going to Parlor of Wonders and looking for spring cleaning, and it will pop up. Yeah, you need that in your life. It's amazing. It's such a wonderful kit to just freshen the energy. I mean, perfect post-eclipse thing. I mean, to be honest, to get that fresh energy in there. Also wanted to make an announcement that what else is going on in Love Witch? Is there anything else that I need to announce before I forget? I think that's it for now. My brain is kind of a little jellified. I'm working on a book right now. My book deadline is next Monday, and so I'm in my last stretch, and I'm just writing for 12 hours a day. Oh, Love Witch says I can't think of anything either. Okay, so what I do want to let you guys know is that you can get a full reading if you want a full reading from me in person on Saturdays or on Zoom or FaceTime or phone if you want during the week. I do readings. Miss Kelly does readings as well. She does astrological charts. So you can get a full length reading from Miss Kelly, from me, from the Love Witch, from Honoreo, from B. We have wonderful readers here at the Parlor of Wonders, and we would love to read for you. You can have a private reading one-on-one where we talk to you and you can tell all of your story. We can, find solutions for you. It's really helpful to get a reading, and we would love to do one for you. Anything else? We want to let people in LA know that we are going to be having a spring festival,
Yes.
spring witches market on May 18th. Am I right?
Yes, May 18th, Saturday, May 18th.
Saturday, May 18th, we'll be having at the Parlor of Wonders, beautiful parking lot. We'll be having, we make it look all right. It's all right. We have wonderful vendors there. Miss Kelly has wonderful wares to sell. We have other vendors as well. We usually end up with like probably a good 10, 12 vendors, readers, vendors. We have a lot of great people that come out. It's a lot of fun. We have some food. We have lots of fun music playing. You get to hang out with us. We usually have a cart of like factory second candles you can get for super duper cheap. You can buy candles, get whatever you want. We've got oils. We've got all the things there. It's a lot of fun. Super a lot of fun. It's just fun to hang out with a bunch of witches, and it doesn't cost anything. You can bring your kids. It's family friendly. You can come. We do a drawing. We do a raffle. We do giveaways. It's a fun little hang. So yeah. Well, it's not really a shop. It's a factory. Just pointing. Don't get excited that you're
warehouse.
Yeah, it's not really.
But it is kind of fun though, and everybody always says they enjoy. It's very witchy. Like you get to hang out and it's very community. You get to meet a lot of people in community.
It is really fun. And there's great people. We really handpick the vendors that we have, and they're very super wonderful people. And you can see a little bit of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory of magic. A little bit.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that's going on. We'll be back here next week. If you want a reading next week, we'll be back here at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will also want to let you guys know that next week we'll be doing our live magic Q&A tea party. That's where you can join me and you can ask your questions about magic. I answer your questions. That's a lot of fun. It's a free thing to do. And all you have to do is sign up at spellsquad.com or go to that QR code right there. You'll get a free ebook, 7 Secrets to Supercharge Your Spell Work, and you'll get the link to join me live on Sunday where I can answer your questions. It's a fun hangout. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I also want to remind people about the Coven. Come and be in my inner circle. Oh, my inner circle, the Coven. Yeah, there it is. You can join the Coven by going to coven.vip or clicking on that QR code. We've got all different levels. Wonderful. I mean, it's a Patreon. Yeah, I get it, a Patreon. But this Patreon, you get more than your money's worth. We made each level so that the gifts that you get at that level are really way more than you're paying. We have everything up to the VIP level where you get a 30-minute reading every month. You get free classes, all kinds of things. And then we have all the way down to the basic witch where you get a video of the Q&A. So if you want to watch the whole Q&A, you get that, but every level gets that from the basic witch level on up. So I hope you'll join me in the Coven. Come be in my inner circle and make some magic with me. Coven members also get an extra 10% off the spring cleaning box. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yep. If you want that spring cleaning box and you're a Coven member, you're going to get a coupon tomorrow to get that spring cleaning box at an even bigger discount. So it's already a great deal, and now you're going to get an even better deal. So you will definitely want to get that. Anything you got coming up? You do readings live in person if people are in Long Beach, right?
Yeah, in Long Beach, California, at Eye of the Cat on the weekends.
Yes, so follow Miss Kelly on Instagram, and she does the makes the posts of all the places where she's going to be doing readings. So if you follow her on Instagram, you can find out that information. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us here. It was lovely to see all of you. We raised $230 for those seniors. What a good showing. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week for more readings. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. All right. Thanks, Miss Kelly. Bye, everyone.